none of us would ever know unless we spoke. I like the word spoke. It's what's found inside of a wheel, right? And you have a hub. It's the main thing there that turns. In fact, the wheel is on something that is the main axle, right? And that's something to think about. It brings up again to the analogy of a tree. There's the main tree, and then there's branches that come on out. And if you know a tree, if you've ever observed it, if you ever think about what its capability is as it just sits there, basically it's on a circle, right? If you cut it, it's circular. So when the wind blows, it's like going like this. It's twisting around. Yeah, it'll do the twist. Yeah, it's doing the twist. And that right there, well, I love trees, and who doesn't? You know what I mean? We can go on and on about that. We should. We should have protected every tree that has bothered to grow. But see, trees, I'm just channeling right now. You need it. Are where you are. See, where I'm at is a protected area. Intergalactically, they have to quarantine off the disaster sites that not too long ago, I think it was hardly 2,026 years ago, something happened, but hardly even 900 years ago, uh, major catastrophe, a destruction of a civilization that was, it was more amazing, way more amazing than Tartaria. Anyway, that was a bad sign if that kind of thing, see, because the only thing that can destroy that kind of civilization, say like what the pyramids are fueling energetically, was huge granite, um, city-sized castles that they isolated minerals to do a certain thing, the waterways. I mean, it was mountain size. That it was an intergalactic operation, you bet. Hi, kids. How do you like this sci-fi? I'm from the Pleiades, by the way. I am a constituent, if you might say. It means a good friend. And we're here to do something as far as the extraterrestrials that are here. And it's an insult to look at the media, the mainstream, about aliens and stuff like that. It's like, oh God, okay. But we'll straighten all of that out the more we wake up and begin to find out our real live names and shit. See, I am an intergalactic general. And it's difficult to relay this information because basically I've been, as here in the 3D, my body is an antenna. And electrically, I mean, it's like an accident. And I'm like, well, excuse me. And they're like, well, hurry up. We love you. And I'm like, but I have 3D to worry about. I am being attacked. They're like, that's okay. Let's get going. And it's like, because their timing up there, my life is a wink. So is yours. 250 years is like, I think I've already tried to talk about this, but it's like hardly 3 years, too. It's cycle. The cycle that they are following is different than here on the Earth, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's Martian. Hate to say. I mean, Mars does have a 2-year cycle. We know that better than, okay, what's Venus's cycle? I don't even know. I mean, why do we know more about Mars, which is dead over there? I'm like, well, and by the way, there's no life on it. Which is bullshit. It's the most highly technologically operating. I mean, they have dared to do it all, down to reproducing oxygen underground and everything. I'm just kidding. We're all alone here. We haven't made it. We go up in a small tin can. You'll see Elon Musk going, or whatever that we did with the moon. Oh my God. NASA over there. Hollywood. Oh, I don't doubt that we go into outer space and float around. No, not at all. Whatever you call outer space is the outer atmosphere where gravity gets less, and we don't even know what gravity is. I'm here to tell you to say no. I think, well, see, to make more sense, it's an electrical current, magnetic electrical. It's better to understand it that way because then you'll get closer and closer to what part that you play that is intrinsic, that the human aperture is here, otherwise none of it would be here. See, that's the real science here. You have Stephen Hawking, who Was a prop by Hollywood once again. I mean, come on, babe. A fucking scientist is a fully operating, functional human aperture. Tesla looked more like it. He turned himself into an antenna, right? He's really skinny, but no, he has full ability to engage. He's not disenfranchised. And so, Stephen Hawking is obviously a sham, a distraction. Successful, most likely, so is a lot of the mainstream scientists. It's hard to find them, but look into like Nassim Haram. He's not getting all that controversial. No man can. Try a woman on for size. Hi, Jesus, was that you, girl? I love what you're doing. Keep going. Why do you do this to my chin? Fuck. I love you, by the way. Keep going. You're doing great. I wait. I'm just waiting. Sun's coming up right now, and I would like for all of you to learn what has become of, as a result of having the human potential, the organism, not human yet, but it's being hijacked. And see, now I start talking to women. Hey, you guys, how do you like it? How do you like it? How it's going? Really? You like just having kids and then shoving them off, and then what are you doing? Masturbating a lot, most likely, hopefully, right? Because you're left alone. School time, you do it at work too. Women are very sexual people. No? Then why are you having kids? Do you think that's how they got here? I'm getting fucking so real right now. And I don't even have sex anymore, apparently, I guess. I don't know. There's a sexless society for a reason. And we got to stop that. I mean, at least put the genitals on Barbie doll and Ken. The clothes are there, but let's make this more interesting when the kids tear the clothes off for a profound reason. They're like, oh, I can't tell what we're supposed to do here now as far as feeling good. That's what you're here to do, kids. If you're not doing that, don't bother to have the kids here. The kids, oh my God, the poor things. Are you doing it wrong? You thought that, you don't go with the kids, right? You don't just play around. All right, never mind. God, this is okay. I don't need a huge misunderstanding, but no matter what, that's what true intelligence is subjected to, is just, well, again, you women, how do you like how it's turning out? The overflow. It's called overpopulation for a reason. It really is. Why? Oh, that's impossible. Do you think they're all going to, like, if you have 3 boys and 2 girls, or just 2 boys and 2 girls, how about just everybody having boys, but they don't realize that those boys need to be kind of, you need to, like, scooch them away and say, ugh. You need to find the man's world, really. You have to kind of be stern, or else you could ruin their life forever. Did you know that that's how tedious it is? It's weird. So if you're lucky, you had a girl who she was downloaded with everything she needs to know because she's born from the woman's world into the woman's world. There's nothing that she needs to learn outside of herself and having experienced whatever she went through, going through the canal, all of it, to do what she's going to do for the rest of her life, which involves aligning vibrational frequency-wise and everything. It's very in tune. The man, he's not connected that way. He has to kind of go and find, and he has to be programmed. This is where I suspect. How about you? Hit like and subscribe. And you men, don't be afraid. Do you think that you're a goddamned robot? You call yourself maybe just a soldier. That's not good, though. See, well, no, unless you know who your leaders are, who are women. But I'm here to tell you that over the last 600 to 800 years, there was a movement to remove the ones who, in fact, the women within the women, they were teaching women. They are idols, they are mentors. Now, we don't really have that. Now, if you want to know about women and how catty they can get, because, it's just the same with mankind and men. It's narcissism, first of all. It's stupid people that aren't awakened yet. And now they're going to have a competition? Always, intelligence is up against it, outnumbered, and of course, it's strength in numbers, not necessarily um, supported. None of the people doing numbers, money, by the way, none of them are reliable as human beings. If you set them aside individually, one by one, and say, well, let's be present now. What do you represent? What is this shit? You seem like you're clubbing me, man. I don't want to wear that flat hat. And they're like, I don't know. Let's go have coffee. They don't have any. There isn't anybody. There isn't anything, buddy. They're standing on anything. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Oh, they admire you. Away from the crowd, perhaps, yeah. But they would never admit it, do they? See, it just takes one person rooted in the truth as the truth that just says, you know what, I think it's more important to look into the truth. People are an illusion. You can have a relationship with them because they are becoming visible and you're aligning, not just because they are there and you're a bunch of narcissists saying, I wouldn't be here unless you were here. No, it's more like the truth wouldn't be here unless we were here, and we should obligate ourselves to look into it. And when you do, for instance, the simple subject matter of clean water. Well, I love water, and so I remember, okay, I would always meet somebody on recess at school at the water fountain. There we are sucking on the water, and it's like, I see you here almost every day. The same ones did the same thing, and those right there, those now you have something between you. You have to decide. You have to accept. Is that a friend or is not a friend? You have to. You have to decide. Just because the person's there, it's not an automatic. No, the way you choose it, you didn't really choose that person was going to be there, doing the same thing. Interest. And did you know that there was an interest? It can get more complex than just drinking out of a scuzzy fucking water fountain at the schoolyard. What about cleaning your water? I'm interested in that. Everybody should be interested in the waters now. That's our healing, and yeah, I know I need that. Don't come down my driveway without your own water. And don't worry, I'm good at offering the water, but I have to go off the hill to get my water. There isn't a watering hole up here. They poisoned our waters. And your animals are being neurologically messed up. There's something they poured, and I'll show you the literature, and you can't trust that company. Oh, we've got company. How? Why? Because somebody got miser able. They are able to be fooled. Why? Getting back to the overflow, you women, oh my God, did you know, getting back to how they killed the women. I'm going to keep repeating it. As 600 to 800 years ago, there was a movement. The Roman Catholics did it. These were mainly men that did it, right, by the way. They apparently, that wasn't that long ago. No, it wasn't. It's just shortly after boats came over and they brought women, right? And so we really don't know, but see, so far we see an era where there was this one concentration of a civilization that was amazing. Well, they were stealing and doing the wrong things through their evolvement, whatever it was. See, the technology, they just went ahead and did it, see, and they did it wrong. They broke a lot of universal law, which includes killing off women enough and saying, we don't need you, we will incubate what we need in order to proceed on with what we want out of the resources that are available. And that's, I believe, and I'm pretty sure that's how Tartaria was there. But that's how the pyramids would be there. It's through programming and the human being becoming more and more advanced. But I'm not saying that Tartaria, that particular civilization, was connected correctly. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been so destructible. Like we see more of a permanent etching, like the mount. Okay, I was talking about the mountains. You don't know that a lot of them, the range that I'm living on. If you're watching this and you live in my mountain range, I would be happy to go show you. They have to expose a small part that if you saw it, it would change your mind forever about whatever it is you're sitting on top of. the granite material, the whole thing. You would have to look at it as a mind of a child and say, whoa. And I did. I've been able to do that. The first time I went to Joshua Tree and really slowed down there because there was a friend who built a house out there in the middle of nowhere. And I went, and when I got out, I looked around and I was like, no, I was just looking at it like a mind of a child. And I said, whoa, this is like, this thing melt down not too long ago. That's obvious. Because I know, I've done enough like observing. I've hung around fire. And my imagination went to, no, there's something that's just weird. And then so when you go down the 62 highway out of Joshua Tree and you're heading upon this mountain range, oh, there's such the symmetrical thing going on, and the way how it has just peeled like this, and something heated up the massive city-sized castles that were highly technologically based, extraterrestrials, just human, were going in and off the planet very visibly, openly. There is. The other kind of life that was here, I think, was just the fuzzy animal period. There was a fuzzy animal period that they don't talk about. We see them. It's kind of crazy, like the ostrich running around and fuzzy animals that a lot of them have gone extinct. See, there was the Jurassic period, the lizard period, and they talk about that a lot. And, well, the reptilians love to talk about it, and they'll say, this is the main thing. And it's like, but no, after that, I think it was there's a name for it. But I'm calling it right now the fuzzy animal period. Do your research, and let's see if I'm correct. Yeah, because that's what was here. Kind of like Star Wars when they were flying in and out of these mountains, that the trees were so huge back then also. They had something to do with how everything is interacting here. The trees are a technological base. They are an extraterrestrial. They have a right to be here. There's something called treaties. It's as long as those trees are there, they're a treat for sure. Yeah, no, but see, we're talking about tree ties. It's okay to like go like this and say tree. Like, okay, so it sounds like it says tree in there. You don't have to say, but because it's an E and an A, it changes no, it doesn't. You have to know that. You should play more. That's the problem. I was mentioning I made a brilliant video wearing this same shirt. And it is 420. Happy 420. Whatever that means, right? That's just something that, see, again, the prison system made that for you. And I would love to talk about how much of the trends of what happens through humanity that is imprisoned, a lot of those people are innocent, by the way, according to Jesus. She says, and by the way, I'm going to do this for us because there is a monetary system that has you doing anything and everything. Oh, you sucked a dick? How many in one night for $30,000? And guess who does that? Who wants to do it like right now? For money. Men. Those are interesting occupation. Even I think it's interesting. It's like, I wouldn't do it. I'll do it for like, well, when you're a girl and you get married and you're going through, you're like, ugh, I hate this guy, but I'm going to fucking take his money in about 15 years. At least $120,000 each. Please, don't sell yourself short, whore. You fucking whore. Hi, Jesus, how am I doing? Girl, I'm going to drink some wine with you if I really did like that shit. The water is enough. If you fucking knew, if you knew why we need the bells right now, because of how people need to be just like, wait a minute, but we are in enough of an environment, say the solar system, the sun is doing a lot for us. If you can learn meditation and then go, wait a minute, every high noon, you'll realize that that's happening anyway. That's why it's like, okay, it's time to go to lunch. Did you know you're just supposed to take a nap? You're not supposed to be so fucking busy all the time. The sun says to everything, even ants, at 12 noon, it's a phenomenon that everything just kind of goes, can't do much, believe it or not. Maybe I will graze a little bit, but I got to take a nap. And then it starts to move out of that 0 point kind of, whoa, and then it goes like this, and then things start operating again. But we don't know that we are under like oneness here, man. You can start floating around like a piece of iron and really, now, unlike a piece of iron, you can be human. You can become more and more aware as human, and you can have these experiences, and you need to start communicating it. All you're doing is celebrating it. Did you get turned on? Did you get your download? Are you receiving? What is the channel? Did you open your channel? Not everybody will do that, but they will watch it. And we say, you can do that all you want, but do not keep sucking down the GMO popcorn. Find out why there isn't a healthy goddamn ear of corn for you to eat nowadays. Watch the right information here. Seek to use it correctly. Why we even communicate in the first place. Don't even have to have these prosthetics on, but see, when we see each other, I mean, ideally there would be less and less if women were doing it right. And then you see each other across the way, you say, hey, yeah, have you eaten yet today? I caught 6 trout. Need one? Simple. Oh, that's for now. Until you get further instructions as to how to live here. We are being bought and sold. And the most excruciating, like, fucking disgusting part is that the organism does it to itself. I mean, it's programmed to do that. It's playing the game. And something, I mean, I'm pretty sure demonic is way off in the background. Not even on this planet, perhaps. I mean, they don't have any province. They're just... It reminds me of the scene in The Matrix where there's the Mr. Smiths. And now it's just, oh, it's next door. It just has went into there. It's demonic possession. Oh, what is Trump doing over there? Oh, and you notice I hate to fucking say it. It's interesting, though. It's mainly men. I'm not saying that Hillary Clinton or Elaine, Donald Trump's wife, are they really fucking couples? Babes, they are not really human, technically. You'll be surprised. I tried to tell you that, and I don't know if these videos are going up at all or not, but I am telling you the truth. The thing is I'm located in a small community, and I'm actually secretly hoping that people will start saying, hey, this person... I'm not trying to, like, attract attention. I'm saying, no, I'm real. I'm the one on Facebook for 12 years who's been saying, no, I am real, try me. And I'm ready to have people in my life. I have not had them in my life for like 12 years. I've been through a lot. See, okay, it was, okay, now I tried to have a people in my life. I was ready. I admit I was ready. I was like, this is a great idea. I'm going to rent my room downstairs for very little. At the time, it was very little. It was in 2018, I think 17, 18, or 16, 17, 18. But long story short, the person turned out to be common product of the system, which is just narcissism, a gaslighter. Well, you know, that's what money turns you into. I try to tell people this, and I will try to shorten it up here. It was the phenomena of this, babe, this person, you know, she actually heard me for years. We were interacting. She liked my product, and she was buying that, but then I was communicating with her because she had to stay in communication for my product. And she was communicating, and see, she's on my Facebook. I know that she's watching me there, but then she's contacting me in real life, you know, as far as, hey, can we meet up and do a transfer again? I'm like, sure. But see, I'm really good at, you know, I like doing texting with people and really trying to do counseling, to tell you the truth. I'm a healer, and so she actually really, I can tell that I was actually making progress with this person. I was lighting up like her electrodes, you know, or whatever. And so, no, see, now the point of what I'm saying there is that now it was up until, okay, we were doing that for many years. But now it comes to the time that she needs a place to land. She needs a place to stay. She's getting kicked around. And I'm like, okay, so no. And she's like, oh, I heard. And it was through somebody else that I was like, oh, I need to, you know, I need some help too. You know, a little financing would be nice. And see, I was, I was saying $300 per room for one room was $300, and she came over and she said, "Thanks for listening to the story, but this is what happened. This was in between the 12 years I've been isolated. This one incident. It's like, ugh. See, it was because I was able to handle this whole entire fucking study of that. Okay, so as soon as she started giving me money, which she wanted to give me $600 because she wants both of the rooms. Why? Why? Well, it turns out that she brought like 26, and I am not fucking exaggerating, 26 massive truckloads of stuff. When I was offering to go help her move, okay, it turns out that she was a gaslighting hoarder narcissist. Now, hoarding is a narcissistic trait, and you can study it, like their pathology and how to handle them psychologically. You know, they are kind of disconnected altogether, and the things that they have, it could even be trash that they develop around them. And she did that too. They'll intermingle old bottles and cups and trash. They will not take it out because they have no sense of self. They equate that stuff as being them. In their younger abusive years around highly materialistic people, most likely, and they were highly emotionally abusive because they were highly materialistic. The kid could not have any of its own expression and creative life. It couldn't have itself, but it can have a thing. And it was treated like a thing. God, I can't imagine that. See, I'm getting over being treated like a thing. That's pretty much what I pretty much I think I have been like going, oh, I love you, but you are treating me like a thing, and I can't handle that. And by the way, you can't be loved, kind of a thing. It's like, God, I have it, but it's like you can't love some people because well, it'll drain you out. It'll go nowhere. Love is for evolving. Love is going to teach. Love heals. Love makes people grow. I know that I need that in my life. Everybody does. Okay, so let's get back to what you don't. No, you're going to match up to it, perhaps, maybe. I don't know, babes. There's a lot of myths that we need to start. Just come on. Neptune is going to help us blurry the boundaries. You know, and Neptune is in Aries, and Aries is in the word boundaries. It's kind of interesting. Back to. I'm sorry. The essence of my conversation, it's always going to get back, mainly the root is the concern for the quality of the relating that we're doing here on the planet. Because right now I was channeling, see, for 27 minutes. I'm a channel, and every channel is different. Some people close their eyes the whole time and they talk about, and they kind of, they sound frustrated like that Barack guy or whatever the fuck he is, and whoever. But I have been turned into a channel, and it would help if the people around me realize that. And this isn't anything new for me, see, though. I've been playing music, and it's pretty much that I'm pretty sure that I have channeled that. See, and also what has channeled through, what can come through, if you want me to talk about it, is what music really is. Like, let's just set aside those warehouses full of CDs where everybody's got a brand, and it's like, would you please? By the way, it really is. Talk about a warehouse. When they killed off women that were practicing making the place of sex safe. Come on, you've heard this enough from me. What happens next? They used healthy form of birth control, which is more to say pregnancy prevention, because it's important to do that, especially now if you can imagine if there's an imbalance happening in the ecology of there being men and women here. See, there's a study of two types of apes out there in the jungle, and the bonobo ape. I've tried to talk to you about this. Oh, it's weird. You look at them, and it's like, is that one right there is it masturbating on the vine? They're boning everything. They are rubbing their genitals against things, even each other. It doesn't matter. It's like they're eating a banana, and there's a head there, and it's like, okay, kids, get away. But see, why? What's happening? They look closer at the the social structure and who runs it, women do. So then, see what they're doing is, oh, it's just it's feel good time. Yeah, you got to feel good. See, whatever doesn't feel good, especially okay when they're doing male, like oh, they make sure that everybody's feeling good. Otherwise, they push them away, and that whoever it is that isn't convertible. Let's say that he's aggressive at first, but he's like, oh, I want to fit in, and she's like, well then, go down, baby. And he's like, oh, no problem. But not only that, they figure out how to have a fun time. See, she will not reproduce with it unless it figures out some fucking simple patterning and repeats it over and over again. And that patterning lends to, we just had a great time. Nothing very complicating. And see, but how about that ape? Do you think that human beings came out of that ape? No. And there was no violence there. What happens is a sad scene of some men are pushed out. Some of the apes were pushed out because there's something going on with them. They could not figure it out. And they just seem to bite and scratch. And it's like, ugh, just not figuring it out. Just something, maybe, I don't know, the chemtrails are getting to it. I don't know, but don't reproduce with it and do not feed it anymore. See, what happened is that they would get pushed out. This is the only weird scene that would be going on is that not only would they be kind of doing their homosexual thing, but then they would die. It was just, they had to figure out, well, why are the ones over here dying and they're not allowed in? Well, they had to look at how they were handling the female, and the female was like, and everybody understood, push that one out, and see, they weren't able to develop a church, make money from a money mint machine, and then hold all the oranges and then start tossing them and say, we don't need an emotional connection or even anything, but you need water, right? Next lesson, kids.